4 this morning with Nicholas Naylor, Courtney Ridenauer, and Dylan Frex with Lightning Tracker 4. HNN News 4 begins this morning.
Good morning, Elfie Middle. I'm Nicholas Naylor.
And I'm Courtney Ridenauer, and welcome to HNN News 4 this morning.
We have top stories to bring you this morning, and we need to get right down to them. The summer weather has approached. Josh Cadle brings us more outside with more tips on how to stay safe in this weather.
Well, playing sports is no walk in the park, Nick, but it takes energy and effort. But while you're playing basketball or running track, even swimming, you need to keep hydrated. The very best thing is water, because it is plain and has no sugars or calories to drain your body even more. These tips can reduce the risk of heart attacks and body problems enforced by these activities. Some doctors say that the average person should drink at least 3 glasses of water a day. This will help reduce a lot of problems in the future. And don't forget the sunscreen, as Ms. Vogel would say. Now back to you in the studio.
So it might be a good thing to take an extra dose of water and sunscreen.
The West test is coming up. It's only 3 weeks away. Ashley Haycraft has more with the 8th grade teachers. Ashley?
As most 8th graders prepare for high school next year, the next step is the West test, a test that was adopted at the end of the year by the Kanawha County Schools. I'm Ashley Haycraft reporting from the news desk.
Now let's jump into our newest segment titled Whoosh.
Whitney Surface and her assistant Allison Washburn bring us more from Studio B.
Hey, what's up? It's Whitney Surface.
And Allison here in Studio B. Let's get right to business.
Here at Elkview Middle School, the food that we all liked has been done away with over the state of West Virginia and America. But this seems to make it bad for people who don't want what they serve that day.
We sent reporter Annie Dean to the cafe with more. Annie?
Well, out here at the cafe, as you can see, most kids are eating today, but some aren't. Why is this going on? Well, simply because the U.S. has voted that nutrition is a big goal. But you ask, what is the difference in pizza and everything else? The answer is nothing. We talked to the head cook here at EMS, Martha Dill, and here's what she said.
We wish we could still serve the meals that kids want, but we're not allowed. Child nutrition is the one that designates what we serve.
From outside the cafe,
Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of
Whoosh. I'm Allison and she's Whitney, and we'll see you next week.
Now let's go in with Lightning Tracker 4 with Dylan Frex. Dylan?
Good morning, Elkview Middle. I'm out here. It's very nice, but later on in the weekend it's supposed to rain, and it seems like it's going to be going down in temperatures, but I think we'll stay around 80 for this week. Now back to you.
Thanks, Dylan. That about wraps it up for HNN News 4 this morning. I'm Nicholas Naylor.
And I'm Courtney Ridenauer, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
Thank you for joining us. The Elkview Middle School lockdown goes great.
There were no problems at all. Wait, this was last week. Because if we do it this... Sorry.
Good morning, Elkview Middle. I'm Nicholas Naylor.
And I'm Courtney Ridenauer, and welcome to HNN News 4 this morning.
Our top story.
Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of
Whoosh. I'm Joss and she's with...
Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of
Whoosh!
Well, that about wraps it up for this edition of
Whoosh. Whitney, and I'm Allison.
Good morning, Elkview. I'm Dylan Frex, and it is very nice. Oh. Good morning, Elkview.